How's it going, Jeremians? In today's video, I will be teaching you how to use your PSR-E463 and your PSR-EW410 MIDI as well as audio interface capabilities that is built in your keyboard to produce a multi-track song recording like this. In order for your keyboard to communicate with the computer, you will need to buy one of these printer cables. So on one side, you have this USB Type B cable here on this side. And on the other end, depending on what you're connecting to, whether you're connecting to the Mac or you're connecting to Windows or your desktop, you will find the appropriate size micro USB or the normal size USB connector. You will connect this side, which is like a printer port of this, into the back of your Yamaha PSR-E463 or EW410, and you will connect this end here to your computer. Before we start doing any recording work, we need to download some software that we will be using. So head over to your internet browser. I'm using Chrome in this instance. The first thing you want to download are the USB driver for your audio interface found on your Yamaha PSR-E463 and EW410 keyboard. So I will leave a link in the description for you to download directly. So depending whether you are on the Mac or you are on the Windows, you will download the appropriate drivers and follow the instruction that comes with this download package and install it. The next thing we will need is a DAW, a digital audio workstation. In this instance, we will be using Cakewalk by BandLab because it is free of charge and is extremely powerful. I will leave a link in the description. You can click on it to download it. And when you reach this page, you just have to click download and follow the instructions to install this DAW onto your computer. The next thing we need is a software instrument, a free software instrument by Spitfire Audio. It's called the Soft Piano, and this is the software instrument we will use for this tutorial. I will give you a direct link in the description below, so click on that link and select free download over here and follow the instructions to install it. Once you have downloaded all the three items I've told you about, you will get this icon on your desktop and you want to double click on it to open this application over here. And once you've done, you will select a new project here and open it up. And once this has been opened, you want to go to Edit at the top there, Edit Preferences. Under Audio Devices, you want to make sure that Yamaha Steinberg is selected for both the input drivers and the output drivers. And over here under MIDI Devices, you want to make sure that Digital Keyboard 1 here is selected for both the input and the output, and once you're done, click OK. The next thing we're going to do is go right up here and change the tempo to 65 because we're not going to play a very fast song here. For the metronome, when you click on it, we want a 1 bar count in, 1 measure count in, so make sure it's 1 over here. And we only want metronome during recording and not during playback, so make sure playback is turned off. Once you have that, click OK. First we're going to do is to insert an audio track. So on the left portion of the screen, you're going to right mouse click, insert audio track. Before you start to do any recording, you want to make sure that you head over to your function and select local. And local has to be turned on because you want the sounds that is located locally in your keyboard and you want to transmit those sounds. So I'm using the strings patch from here. And the other feature you want to make sure that you are correctly set up is go to your function category until you find keyboard out. So keyboard out you want to turn off because you don't want to send MIDI messages right now. You only want to send audio messages. So keyboard out. And the next thing you want to do is go to your loopback, your audio loopback, and change that to off because you don't want the sound to keep going in a cycle. All right, once that is done, on the left side here, you want to arm the track to get it ready for recording. This is not actually recording, but this is to select which tracks you will be recording. And once you've done that, you can test whether the sound is correct. Play a chord and you should see the levels here will turn green to show you that there is a sound going from the keyboard into your computer. Once that is done, you will select record here and start recording. Wait for the count in. Once you're done, click stop. Now that we have done with the recording the sound from the keyboard, we're going to record a software instrument, an instrument that's found in the computer and not on your keyboard. We're going to turn off the arming of the recording so we won't accidentally record on it. And what we're going to do is going to right mouse click on the left area of the screen and we're going to insert an instrument. Under instruments here, we will select labs because that's the one we downloaded. Press create. And this is our soft piano. But before you go any further, you want to make sure you head over to function, local, and turn that to off. Because now you don't want any sound coming from the keyboard. You only want the MIDI messages to be transmitted. And the next one you need to go to is go to your category keyboard out and select that to on because you want to transmit MIDI messages. If you don't have keyboard out selected to on, it will not transmit MIDI messages. Once you have that, play any note. So first we have this slider here, which is how loud this sound is going to be. This next slider here in the middle is how sensitive the keys are going to be. And finally, we have reverb. We want to put some reverb. Yes, lots of reverb. Once you have done that, close this, arm this track ready for recording, and click record. Okay, once we have done that, disarm this track so you do not accidentally record over it. You can have a listen. Now you have both the sound from the keyboard as well as a software instrument inside here. Okay, so that's how you record the internal sounds from the keyboard as well as the instrument found in your computer. Now I'm gonna put in an additional software instrument from my own collection. I want to put in some vocals, some voices, and I'll be using Jaeger, which has vocals by this lady, which I really like. I'm gonna turn up the reverb. So I love this voice here. So now I'm gonna arm this for recording and select record. Let's have a listen. I hope you enjoyed this. leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.